Well now, come on in here, baby. Don't just stand out there by the door like you ain't welcome. Pull up a chair. If you're on the porch, sit close enough where I don't have to raise my voice. And if you're on the block, well, keep one eye open because you know somebody always got something going on. Welcome to the porch and the block. This is our first time sitting together like this, but I got a feeling it won't be our last. My name is Mama Keys. Some folks say I'm old school. I don't argue with that. Old school built some things that new school is still trying to figure out. Old school knew how to stretch a meal, raise a child, love a neighbor, survive a storm, and keep walking when the road did not care how tired your feet were. Now don't get me wrong. I am not one of those people sitting around talking about how everything was better back in the day, because everything was not better. Some things were harder. Some things were unfair. Some things broke people down in ways they never had language for. But what we did have, what a lot of people are missing now, was a sense that we belonged to each other. Somebody knew your name. Somebody saw you walking down the street. Somebody noticed when your porch light had not come on. Somebody's grandmother, auntie, neighbor, or church mother would pull you to the side and say, "Baby, what's going on with you?" And baby, you could lie if you wanted to, but they already knew. That is the kind of spirit I want to bring to this place. This is not just a podcast. This is a place to sit down and tell the truth. Not the polished truth, not the pretty truth, not the kind of truth people put on social media with a filter and a caption about being blessed while they are falling apart behind the camera. I'm talking about the real truth, the kind of truth that sits at the kitchen table. The kind of truth that shows up in the grocery store when you are trying to decide what to put back. The kind of truth that visits a woman at night when the house is finally quiet and everybody else's needs have been met except her own. That kind of truth. And then, of course, we got Vanessa. Now let me tell you something about that girl. Vanessa reminds me of every woman I have ever known who had too much on her shoulders and still found a way to put on earrings. She is loud sometimes. She is funny most times. She is dramatic when she needs to be. And baby, she has a way of saying what everybody else was thinking but did not have the nerve, lipstick, or hoop earrings to say out loud. But under all that personality, Vanessa has a heart. She is a mother. She is raising her daughter, Fendi. She is trying to make money, trying to find love, trying to keep her peace, trying to stay cute in a world that keeps charging extra for everything, and trying to laugh her way through what would make some people give up. That is why I like her. She got some fire in her. And sometimes fire is what keeps a woman alive. Now me and Vanessa come from two different sides of life. I come from the porch. She comes from the block. The porch moves slow. The block moves fast. The porch remembers. The block reacts. The porch says, "Baby, think about it." The block says, "No, because let me tell you what happened." And somewhere between those two places, there is wisdom, there is laughter, there is healing, there is memory, there is culture, there is womanhood, there is survival, there is becoming. That is what the porch and the block is going to be. Each time we meet, we are going to talk about life. We are going to talk about family. We are going to talk about motherhood. We are going to talk about love and loneliness, money and struggle, joy and grief, faith and foolishness, the way the world is changing. The way people are forgetting how to talk to each other. The way women keep holding everything together while people keep asking them for more. We are going to tell stories. Some will make you laugh. Some may make you sit quiet for a minute. Some may make you call your mother. Some may make you forgive yourself. Some may make you look at your life and say, you know what? I am not finished yet, because you are not. Let me say that again for somebody who needed to hear it today. You are not finished yet. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how many times life changed the plan. I don't care who walked away. I don't care what did not work. I don't care how many times you had to start over with less than what you had before. If you still have breath, baby, you still have becoming left in you. That is something time has taught me. Life does not always give you what you planned. Sometimes life gives you what you have to grow into. And growing is not always pretty. Sometimes growing looks like crying in the bathroom and then going back out there like nothing happened. Sometimes growing looks like leaving people you still love because they were costing you your peace. Sometimes growing looks like admitting that you are tired. Sometimes growing looks like asking for help. Sometimes growing looks like sitting still long enough to hear God, hear your own heart, or hear the truth you have been trying to outrun. See, the porch teaches you to slow down. That's why folks need a porch. Not just the wood and the steps and the rocking chair. I'm talking about a place inside yourself where you can sit and think. A place where you can look back without getting stuck. A place where you can look forward without being afraid. A place where you can say, this is what happened to me, but this is not all there is to me. Now, the block teaches you something too. The block teaches movement. The block teaches awareness. The block teaches rhythm. The block teaches you how to read a room before you walk in it. The block teaches you how to survive when nobody hands you instructions. The block teaches you how to make something out of almost nothing. And that is where Varissa shines. She knows how to turn struggle into a story, pain into comedy, pressure into style, and a hard day into a one-liner that makes everybody say, girl, I know that's right. That is a gift. Don't let anybody tell you laughter is small. Laughter has carried many women through things that should have crushed them. Sometimes laughter is not a joke. Sometimes laughter is a life jacket. And wisdom? Wisdom is the hand reaching out to pull you back to shore. That is why Varissa and I belong in the same conversation. She brings the laughter. I bring the lesson. She brings the block, I bring the porch, and together we bring the truth. Now, I want you to understand something as we begin this journey. This space is for grown conversations. That does not mean you have to have it all together. Lord knows, most of us are still figuring out something. It means we are willing to tell the truth. It means we are willing to listen. It means we are willing to laugh without being cruel, reflect without being bitter, correct without tearing somebody down, and grow without pretending the process is easy. Because it is not easy, but it is necessary. There are women right now carrying stories they have never told. There are mothers who feel invisible. There are daughters still trying to heal from what they were never given. There are women starting over after divorce, loss, retirement, disappointment, layoffs, caregiving, heartbreak, or just plain old exhaustion. There are women trying to figure out who they are now that everybody else has been taken care of. And there are women like Verissa, standing right in the middle of life, trying to raise a child, build a future, protect her heart, and still believe joy belongs to her. To all of them, I want to say this: you are welcome here. Bring your whole self. Bring the part of you that is strong. Bring the part of you that is tired. Bring the part of you that still dreams. Bring the part of you that still has questions. Bring the part of you that needs to laugh. Bring the part of you that needs somebody older to say, "Baby, I see you." Because I do. I see you. And I believe Verissa sees you too. She might see you while adjusting her lashes and asking why groceries cost more than a car note, but she sees you. That's her way. And this is mine. So, as we begin the porch and the block, I want you to think of this as a meeting place, not just between two women, but between generations, between memory and movement, between old school wisdom and real-time survival, between what we inherited and what we are becoming, between the women who came before us and the women still trying to find their way. There is so much noise in the world right now. Everybody is talking. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody is posting. Everybody is reacting. But not everybody is reflecting. That is what we are going to do here. We are going to reflect. We are going to laugh. We are going to tell stories. We are going to ask questions. We are going to pay attention. Because life is always teaching. The question is whether we are willing to sit still long enough to learn. So welcome, baby. Welcome to the porch. Welcome to the block. Welcome to the place where wisdom and real life sit down at the same table. I am Mama Keys, and I am mighty glad you are here. Until next time, keep your heart soft. Keep your eyes open. Keep your standards high. And don't you ever let this world make you forget who you are. Now go on and tell somebody to come sit with us, because the porch got room and the block always got something to say.